everybody, it's the Captain here from Andertons TV, and I'm joined by my friend Nathan.
Hey!
To do another episode of All About the Bass, where this week we thought we would just grab 3 overdrive pedals, bass overdrive pedals.
Well, we've been asked, quite frankly,
have.
haven't we? We've had lots of comments and feedback from people saying, oh, please do some effects pedals. So I think it's a good place to start.
Yeah, and we weren't really sure kind of what you wanted. I mean, there's a lot of bass effects pedals out there. Not as many as there are guitar effects pedals, but still a lot. So we just thought, I know what we'll do. We'll get 3 drive pedals. I haven't chosen these brands particularly because you've been asking for them or anything like that, just because what I wanted was a kind of a relatively affordable drive pedal, and that's why I chose the Bass Big Muff. A medium-priced drive pedal, bass drive pedal, which is we've taken the Blueberry from Mad Professor, and a sort of a more expensive bass pedal from the guys at Xotic called the Bass BB Preamp. Money-wise, again, I guess the word affordable and expensive is all relative. Some of you might have this sort of money down the back of the sofa, and others of you might have to save up for 6 months to buy this one. I don't know, but relatively speaking, that's why I chose them. And what we're going to try and do with Nathan here is do 3 kind of styles of bass. So,
well, I think we're going for 3 different kinds of overdrive. We're going to start off with something that's just a bit overdrivey.
A bit of grit.
Bit of grit.
Yes.
Moving up to something, you know, kind of in the middle. And then obviously the last one really going for it.
So we've got 3... The styles that we're going to do is like, imagine you've got a super clean amplifier and you just want some grit. So we've been listening to a guy called Larry Graham, who's this kind of like really like on the edge kind of funkster, old school kind of thing. And it's just a little bit of salt and pepper, isn't it, on top of a relatively clean kind of tone.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've set the 3 pedals up all at relatively low drive stages. Tried to add in a bit of brightness, as that's what I think the kind of sound needs. The only one that's at the Bass Big Muff here has got this quite interesting 3-position toggle switch that allows you to either have a more heavily weighted dry tone, what's called a normal mix, or a bass heavy mix. So I've gone for this first sound like a dry tone. The Blueberry again has a quite sophisticated or unusual EQ control called Nature, which adjusts everything. It adjusts kind of a frequency sweep of the tone and kind of what frequencies distort more than others or whatever. So it's not a conventional tone control. And the Xotic one, I've just have I done a smidgen? No, I haven't. Probably I'm just going to add a tiny bit of treble in, but again keeping the drive down relatively low. So look, if we start with our basic clean sound, doing that funkness.
Yes.
And then I'll just turn these on and off, and you'll see them on close-up cam somehow. Ceiling cam.
Oh yeah,
Whoa,
I like
what
it.
A feeling. We've got a camera on the ceiling.
How very exciting.
He says. So, you happy with that?
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. So this is in the style of Larry Graham. It's not any Larry Graham songs. Don't write in.
If you like the style, his and you want to find out more about him, it's Graham Central Station.
Yeah. The dude's amazing. I mean,
he's mental.
He's brilliant. I mean, he goes way back. You know, he was in Sly and the Family Stone. I mean, he's the godfather of fantastic bass playing. So the guy's right. I'm not trying to be him. It's in the style. Right?
In the style.
Go with it.
Cool.
So are we gonna? Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to keep it clean.
You want a bit clean, yeah?
Well, the only reason I say that is it's kind of, some people might go, this first form of drive that we're doing, your bass amp might be able to do that without a pedal. So I've set the Ashdown up to be very clean.
All right.
So kind of imagine that your amp can't do this without a pedal. Anyway, here we go.
All right. Let's start off clean then.
Yeah. I have finished. I went through them twice. I don't know if you were really...
I was, no.
I liked the, again, this is going to sound like a total cliche now, but for that sound, I liked the Bass BB Preamp because I felt the other two dulled. It took too much of the treble off.
Okay.
Despite the fact I was trying to sort of compensate that with both of them by getting a sort of a brighter tone out of it. But I felt that the BB had the most sort of life and breath in it. I don't know, did you probably couldn't even tell the difference as I was turning them on and off. Did you have a favourite? Or?
I was trying not to play wrong notes. It didn't work, but you know.
So look, what we're going to do next is heavier it up a bit. So I'm going to put the Bass Electro-Harmonix one on its normal setting, and we're probably going to see the drive controls now sort of all go around to about 12 o'clock-ish. And this is where we're going to imagine you've got that kind of driven valve bass rig, like a, you know, like a Ace of Spades kind of vibe.
Oh yeah, well, Lemmy, you mean?
A Lemmy thing, or a, I don't know, one of the, yes, God rest his soul, or one of the, you know, just something with a, where it's like a dirty, driven, powerful bass line. Nothing too complicated on the bass line, you know, that's just sort of like, and we'll see what this does as well. See if we've got a favourite at the end of this.
Oh.
Preference that time? Any feeling? You're not paying attention to this at all.
No, I was trying to
Just
channel, you know,
channeling your inner Lemmy.
I was, yeah. What did you think?
Do you know what? I think this is a great opportunity for the comments section below to start a debate. It's a little bit like we do in the sort of David and Goliath videos that Pete. I think the best thing is for you guys to comment on what you think is most authentic. What I'm finding is that the Bass BB one appears to be the one that alters the basic tone of the bass and the amp the least and just adds the grit in that I want. The Big Muff is a fuzz pedal really, and I think it's going to do the third one best, if you like, because that's kind of where the fuzz thing comes in.
Okay.
The Blueberry Drive, I think the Blueberry Drive is the one that actually has the biggest effect on the tone. It's just whether you like it or not. You know, I mean, it really does radically alter the kind of the sound of the bass amplifier and the bass.
No, I'm certainly getting that, yeah.
But you know, in a way that some people may like and some people won't.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's all personal taste. You know, some people are going to like that.
This is the only one so far that's made me think it's almost not like we've added a pedal in. We've just kind of maybe upgraded the amp to something.
Well, it's interesting because it's called the Bass BB Preamp.
True.
Which kind of lends itself to that whole thing. It's not, you know, it's not calling itself a fuzz. Or
and I've got to say as well, if Xotic Xotic have a custom guitar and bass shop, and they make some amazing basses with some very well-known bass players using them. So I guess, you know, they have a little bit of history in bass. So the final one we're going to do is a sort of a Muse-inspired thing.
Well, I'm going to try.
So again, it's high gain, this, for bass, and borderline fuzzy. So as I said, that's why I think that the Big Muff is probably going to come into its own. So let's see. Same thing again. Clean first, and then we'll step through, and I'll go around them a couple of times and sort of tweak them, and hopefully Nathan's fingers won't fall off, because this is you know, complicated bit, isn't it?
Well, it's remembering how it goes, really. In the style of this is closer actually. finished.
I was.
Did you do everything you wanted to do?
I did. I did.
If I played that riff one more time, I think I'd.
Yes, you were about to implode, weren't you?
Oh, I was.
Well, look, as I said, comment for yourself. Kind of as suspected, that I thought the Big Muff kind of stood up very well in that little sort of shootout there. I guess we probably should assume that as we go up in price, we also see an improvement in components, and therefore things like, you know, the sturdiness of the jack sockets and the knobs and the switches and all the things that typically might go wrong in a pedal are, you know, more likely to have some, you know, longevity in them the higher up the range you go.
Do you think that's the case?
I mean, pass. Clearly, I think these two are using exactly the same switch.
I mean, you know, you work in retail. Do you get a lot of the cheaper things back more often than the more expensive things? I mean, is that how it works?
On pedals, I would say yes, we do.
Oh, okay.
But not a lot. I mean, even there's very few you've got to go right down into the bargain basement of plastic rubbish, basically, to get really unreliable pedals. You know, even the mid-price stuff, you know, or the more value, you know, the value end stuff, like, you know, your Electro-Harmonics and what else is in that sort of similar price bracket? All the kind of the really mainstream popular brands, your Boss and your MXR and your Electro-Harmonics and all that kind of stuff. Yep. They're all still extremely reliable. But you probably go from, you know, 1 in 500 returns at this end to like 1 in 1,000 returns at this end, sort of thing. So you're still talking. It's by some distance the most reliable product category we do. Much more reliable than amps or guitars or anything like that. Right. Okay. But I guess the very nature of pedals is you stomp on them. So you need your key components like the switch and stuff like that's got to be reasonable. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, that's what's going to go. Yeah. These two are true bypass. This one isn't. Hey, whether that makes a big difference or not, you know, hard to say really. Certainly won't make a difference if you're using several pedals where one of them's got a buffered output.
Buffered output.
Butter my muffin. What do I like? I mean, again, personally, for the first two sounds that you played, I liked the BB Preamp, and then the final sound, I kind of liked the fact that these two oofed it a bit more and kind of took over a bit.
Yeah, added their own character.
Yes.
Yeah.
This to me just sounds like I've got built-in somehow overdrive to my amplifier.
Okay.
So it wasn't really.
So it's a personal thing, really. It depends what you're after.
But you guys comment. We love the comments in the section below. We love some of you to.
About these.
Yeah, no. Some of you stick up for this pedal, and some of you for this one, and some of you for this one. You know, maybe the Americans will stick up for this one, and I think these ones, and maybe the fine people of Finland.
It's finished, is it?
Well, it's only just started, but you know.
He's here all week.
Terrible. Yes, they are. Made in Finland. I think that's right, isn't it? They're made in Finland, aren't they? So look, there you go. I could have picked any number of drive pedals out of our cabinet, and maybe in weeks coming we'll do other brands like, you know, Boss and MXR and lots of other cool brands of pedals. But
I think we should.
I just picked these because there was a reasonable price differential between them all, and we thought we'd see what we got. But there we are. Happy with that?
Sounds good to me. Yeah, if you want to hear some more overdrive pedals, let us know and we'll do that.
The best thing for you to do, the easiest thing to make our lives easier, is go to the Andertons website, go to the bit where we show our bass effects section, and pick pedals from there. Because of course, if you just pick pedals that we don't stock, we'll generally not be able to review those. So yes, do that, and then it's really easy. We can just walk into the shop, grab pedals, put them down here, and demonstrate them for your aural delectation, if there is such a thing.
Yeah, oral. You say oral. No, you say aural.
I say aural.
I say it correctly.
What is it then?
Oral.
Well, I know yes, but I like to pronunciate the difference between oral and aural.
Okay, fair dues.
Otherwise, you know, oral delectation could be something entirely different.
Well, it could. We won't go there.
No, we won't.
Again.
I've been the captain.
I've been Nathan.
And we'll see you on All About the Bass very soon. Bye-bye.
See ya.